Snake life. 800 castles in my lane. Just be very still. I ain't gonna hurt anybody. Hell no, I ain't 12, but if I like it, I cop it. I met Poppy and he say he good at uploading wallets.
We're here with an exclusive behind the artist interview, and we are here with MO Boombox's first More Than a Show first prize winner.
Hey.
Introduce yourself, man.
So if you look behind the artist, you see this wall. No, for real, my name is Masego Music. Yeah, I make music. Let's see if you care about it.
Hey. Sounds good, So when did you start making music?
I started making it when Guitar Center gave me this card. It says, turn it into music. And when you know what? That has nothing to do with it. I'm glad y'all gave me this card. Okay, I made music when I was 8 years old. The whole church background. There was a bunch of musicians in the church that didn't really care. And I was like, Mom, come on, hey, stop being sad. I was like, I'll learn to play the drums. So, I don't know, I just got some pens, started hitting the drum set, and I was like, this is pretty fly. And then I started just kind of like sponging off of people. Like, I watched somebody that's better than me. I started playing drums, trying to get to that level. And that, I mean, that's basically where it started. Everything else, I just learned it trying to impress a girl. I learned sax to try to get this one chick. And that just, so I was like, all right, we're gonna try keys. And so you see where I am now in 7 instruments, and I'm still single.
Still 3 things.
We're gonna roll with it. But I mean, yeah, so it started at 8. I just kind of like stayed with music.
When did you
So was MO Boombox's More Than a Show the first show that you actually won, or have you won other shows?
The first show I won was a Trust audition.
Yeah, I was there, yeah.
Okay, yeah, my freshman year. I think it was weird, man, because like the day before that competition, I was like, man, what am I about to do? Type of thing. And I was like, I don't know. That's when I started becoming like more of a producer, and so I took the Niggas in Paris song. Can we say niggas in this?
Yeah, you can say
It's hip hop. Yeah,
you can say whatever.
True.
Hey.
I took that Niggas in Paris song and I just kind of made it my own and everything, and then I just played saxophone over top of that. And at the time, I was on this whole ignorance meets elegance thing. You know, it's like you got like a girl twerking to Beethoven. That's what I think of when I think of ignorance meets elegance. I don't know. So that's what I did, and they was like, oh yeah. Like they like really took to it really crazy, and I was like, why are y'all tripping? But you think of saxophone, niggas automatically say, play Careless Whisper. I'm just like, that's what niggas are like used to sing. But like when you play over a Jay-Z song, it was like they were freaking out, and I won, and I was like, yo, this is pretty cool. And then with this one, I think it was growth with that, because it's like I've been going through a stage of, you know, what am I focusing on? Why do I have this table or whatever like that? So it was a cool thing, because it was like, I mean, I enjoy making a beat, and that really captivates somebody immediately. You start beatboxing and making a song about somebody in front of you, they know that it's authentic, they know that you just created it there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we live in a stage where it's hard to make niggas appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know at least 1,000 rappers. And that's a shame, because I'm not gonna hear all their music. There's like, everybody's here, everybody's grinding, everybody's getting money supposedly. So it was just a matter of making people appreciate what I do. And I'm like, the best way is to say, hey, you don't know no lyrics to the song, so I'm gonna make it where I don't know lyrics to the song either. So we freestyle, we make a beat live, and we just create.
Definitely. See, that's kind of what our whole vision is. We're just trying to, there's, like you said, there's thousands of rappers out here. We're just trying to put some spotlight on them. And now you won the MO Boombox's More Than a Show, and I was one of the judges, and it was I was actually one of the judges, and it was just. It was your performance was great because of what you said, how you made the beat, and in front of us, you know, everybody got to see you make it step by step. You added a little bit more, and then I like to call you sort of like you're kind of like a modern day Renaissance man. How you do a lot of different crafts. You can kind of sing, you rap, you can produce, you play the sax. Well, you play so many different instruments, so it's just like how you combine all your talents all into one performance. It was a clear, and you got the whole crowd involved. You kind of had some comedy in there too.
What can you do?
Masego now.
Masego music, man. We're just trying to educate. Hey, it's a hard market out there sometimes. You know what I mean?
Oh, we can talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. Now let's get into.
But wait, can you first of all describe like what you did that day? I mean, if people didn't come to to the show.
Alright, so imagine this skinny kid that's really tired because I didn't sleep that day and they thought I was kidding. So I came through with a table and I had a loop station on it, which basically means, you know, I say something in a mic and then it just keeps repeating over and over and over, and I just add to it and basically create a beat in front of them. So I had a piano there, I had a saxophone, and yeah, pretty much that, you know. Had that loop station, beatboxing, and just created a beat. And people took to it.
So you said you also produce beats.
Yes.
So when was the first time you produced a legit beat for the market? Like, you know, put it on SoundCloud. What's your SoundCloud so you can shout it out so people can get your beats?
Masego Music. If you Google that, you'll eventually find something you like. But now I'm trying to. So what do you mean the first beat I've ever made?
Yeah, that you had for people to use. Like,
that I sold to somebody?
Yeah.
I learned the cool thing about beat making. I think it was like earlier this year. I sold like a beat for $1 to $50, and I was like, that's crazy. When I was a freshman here, I actually was talking to Anthony Bryce and Marcus Beasley about copying a beat from them, and they said at 30. And I was tripping about that. I was like, come on, man, 30? And then when you start to hear how much people charge, like there's a dude in this area that charges like $800 for a beat, and people actually buy them. It's a good beat, I'm just saying. I'm just like, dang, 800, you know, Ryan Leslie charges 50 grand for a beat, or at least he used to. And then, you know what I'm saying? So like, there's money in this.
People gotta eat.
You gotta pay money to make money.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So I'm broke money don't make money, man. Somebody said that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So when I did that first, I was like, yo, if I just keep honing my craft, and producers name drop a lot. That's how they put their prices up. I made a beat for insert semi-relevant guy here. That's when you can jack your price up. So that's the motivation. Just keep networking, and where I can just have somebody that I've made a beat for, so I can jack the price up. Cause like when I got 150 for a beat, I was like, yo, I made it. That's all I wanted. I was like, that's a pair of shoes. But anyway, yeah, that's my first real beat.
Can you name some artists that you made beats for, or that have used your beats?
Y'all ain't gonna know, man. I ain't nothing yet, man. Like, who I made a beat for? I made a beat for Conscious King. He's on your website.
Yeah, sure Conscious King. Shout out to Conscious King. We're gonna have it behind the art for him too.
I'm about to say, I made a beat for him. I made a beat for Moon Kid Max. I think I'm making something for Tyler Righteous.
Oh yeah, Moon Kid Max also was third place for the show.
Oh yeah, so see, that's what I did right there. I just stopped by his place. Man, who's like relevant that y'all would know that I made a beat for? I make a beat for like a bunch of obscure niggas. Like
I knew him. Bro, I know him.
I mean, those people, like, you know, I was trying with that. But like the people that have actually paid me good money, they're like 30-year-olds. And I'm like, first off, why are you still doing rap at 30 years old? Like, you ain't made it yet. But hey, don't
2 Chainz, it was 36. 2 Chainz didn't make it till he was like 36.
2 Chainz was in the game.
2 Chainz was in the game, though.
He was in the game for a while.
I mean, he was in the drug dealing game for a while. So as long as that's still going, you still got a chance. That's what I think. But I'm like, hey, I like when people are like real business with me, man. I want to cut somebody a deal and they come to me correct like that. Like these like over 20-year-olds. After that age, you pretty much dedicated your life to music. I'm just like, you ain't got a job, so you doing music. So, yeah, doing business with those dudes, it really, I forgot what the question was at this point. I'm just thinking about the money I made. Yeah, man, it's been a good year.
Yeah. So, what have you worked on any projects this year?
Man, the last project I worked on was called Masego Music. And I thought it was dope, but it didn't even do as well as I thought it would. And by well as I thought it would, it didn't do as dope as LYD's project. His name is West Banks now. He got like 10,000 plays and like a good amount of downloads. And then that's when I had to redefine what success meant. Cause I mean, like I've done my first mixtape that no one can find. It's called Size of Masego. That man, that jam came out freshman year. It sucks. Like I'm sorry for anybody that heard it, but it got like 20,000 listens and blah, 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 name drop numbers, but it didn't do anything for me. It just looked good, and I bragged about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's not success to me anymore, and neither are DatPiff downloads or any of that. But I'm ranting. I'm working on a project called like Inside Joke, maybe. I don't know what it's called, but what you heard at the show.
More than a show?
More than a show.
Yeah.
More than a show.
It was more than a show.
Exactly.
What you heard of that?
More than a show.
What you heard of that? I think that's gonna be in the project. I don't even know what I did that day, honestly.
I did a lot of stuff.
I'm about to say, like, who knows? I'm in the stage now where I'm just collecting a lot of ideas, really trying to experiment with some sounds. anybody on the selection crew, this label in LA, I'm looking at all those producers. Like they're making me step my game up, and I'm trying to make sure the production, everything has to step up. Masego Music was a cool project, but I'm not on yet, so it obviously wasn't dope enough.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna make something a lot doper, get it, go to an actual studio to get it recorded, and work on my lyrics. Because at the end of the day, this nigga's gonna be making all this noise outside. But at the end of the day, it's really about the lyrics meshing with the beat. Because it's like, the beat is cool and everything, but like everybody has that little 808 thing.
Yeah.
And like, I know that because everybody buys it quick. And it's just like, you can make this yourself, but I don't know. But I mean, yeah, so that's
Don't
not it.
tell them that. They might stop buying from you.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm like, yo, anything that I do, I learned on YouTube. Like, but I mean, people like my honesty. I'm just like, bruh, I'm jibbing you right now, because I made this beat in 4 minutes. But I don't know, people don't believe it. I think I'm joking.
People think it's a lot of work. That's pretty much it.
I'm about to say that. But I don't know, you can't tell if I'm joking or serious sometimes. But I mean, what else were we talking about? With the daggone, what were beats? Was that what it was?
You're talking
about your project.
You see, that's it's not coming out because I don't really care. But like, that's the thing. I want to release something when people are like, bro, like begging for that joint. Like, when is he coming out with a project? So I might work on Danger. That's I did that at some show. I previewed that. Shout out to the girl that's about, man. She has it. But yeah, shout out to that girl. Anyway, I wrote a song, called Danger. That's gonna be my first single. I'm gonna make sure I get it fully recorded because all the lyrics are done with that one. And I feel like after you get the lyrics and the beat together in a nice way, you got a nice little project. So I gotta really take my time on it. So I don't know if I'm coming out with it, but who cares though?
So Danger is your single. And apparently you had to shout out a girl that it's about. So what exactly, could you tell her, shout out to her, the Danger girl, but is there,
that's funny, bro.
so what exactly is the concept behind this Danger and how is it connected to this? You don't have to give us too much, just like a sneak preview.
That's pretty fly. That's pretty fly. Like, cool thing. Freshman year, I made a song called 90s Girl about this one chick. And basically Danger is almost revisiting that. I almost called it the new 90s Girl, but that's just cool. But I mean, it was basically a female that is obviously someone you shouldn't be messing with at all.
Yeah.
Like all the signs there, it's like you're probably like a fire breathing dragon. Like,
Red flags.
you know what I'm saying? Like all types of red flags. But I mean, it's like as a dude, you're just stubborn to it, or like you're like, nah, man, she can't play me. I got more game than EA. And so like, I don't know, you just start being all cocky and stuff, and that's what it was. Like I saw this female, and she was a challenge, and I was like, man. That's when you start getting your ego. It's like, no, man, I'm me. I can get her. And you start just losing yourself trying to get this female. And it's a cool story, Chasing a female, losing yourself in the process, and talking about it after the fact is pretty cool. And so you put that, throw some chords on it. It's called Danger. Yeah. So, I mean, trying to think what else I can say about it. I mean, I took elements of Michael Jackson's Dangerous, because I just love how he gets so, like, churchy when he starts talking about a female or something like that. So, I mean, he's really passionate about it. And I kind of put that out during the show, I think, at the end, at least, when I was like, they don't know. That's like,
you put some soul into it.
Somebody said, I don't know where that came from. Sometimes you get lost in music. But there's that part in there, and what else did I throw in there? Some pop culture references that'll probably be dead too much. But I mean, we'll see.
And you said the lyrics and everything for that is done for that. Is there any time we could expect it? Just in case someone's looking out for it.
I'm about to say like the slight chance that someone cares.
I'm not gonna care. I'm trying to figure out. We don't even know
who this chick at. She got that. No, like what we looking at, man? I always do something on my birthday. That's June 8th. So I'm dropping a couple things on my birthday just because. You got trapped to your page. Niggas that see stuff on Facebook, so might as well drop something, right? So you can probably expect it then. That sounds like something Masego would do.
And mark your calendars for June 8th. Mark your calendars. Masego Music coming out with some new shit. We about to get it.
Oh my God.
Not only does music, but he's also an entrepreneur. He has a new app called Network. Can you give us like a little bit insight on that?
Yeah, man. Okay. I went through this stage where I was like, bruh, I'm a hardworking dude. Like, I got the professional website, blah, blah, blah. I did the work. So I'm just like, I start comparing myself to artists that are on at the smallest level of like Vic Mensa, and then you go to a large level is like the Kendricks and everything. So I studied these dudes. I've watched every Breakfast Club interview, all that stuff, just to make sure I know what's happening. And I was like, I'm doing a lot of good things. Like, what's missing here? And it's just really, I'm trying to figure out the formula. So I'm like, it stressed me out. So I said, I'm gonna just make my own formula type of thing, custom made thing. And I was like, the problem is that when I do shows, it's dope. People are like, yo, you need to be on, blah, 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 it's good. So I'm like, okay, so that is there then. So it's just a matter of exposure and just getting your song to the right person or marketing it correctly. So I started hitting up PRs and all these people trying to get advice, and those niggas ain't trying to talk to me. They're trying to make some quick cash. So I'm like, okay, does it cost money to talk to you? Because I'm being real with everybody. I'm like, bruh, I legitimately want to be on a certain platform, so tell me how to get there. They ain't trying to do that. And the beauty of it is being dissed teaches you a lot. Being dissed by females, being dissed by like people of power, by fraternity niggas. Like, just, I've been dissed by a lot of people. Yeah. And the beauty of it is, it said, you know what? I need to create my own platform. So I was like, I'm thinking about making an iPhone app. Mobile apps are in right now. Everybody's on their phone. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's the first step. Second, I was like, when do I hear about like artists that I don't know? They're talking about you after a show on Twitter. On Instagram, you got a little picture or whatever like that. So I said, if I search for myself on Google, not a lot of stuff is gonna come up. But if you search for me in possibly all the social networks came up in the search feed, I'd be pretty popping. And so would a lot of people, like Kane and Autumn and India. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because after a show, people are talking about them. Which means there should be on, in my opinion. Yeah. So I just basically made that. I made a search engine where the search database, that's the best way I can describe it, are the social networks. And I thought that was a pretty cool come up. So I got that part, and then the second thing is, I hate LinkedIn. But I feel like everybody my age hates it because it looks so dry.
Yeah, it is dry.
It's like a crusty lip or something. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just like, the concept is uploading a resume, networking with people that you don't know to get you business or clients. So I'm like, I want that as well. So I throw it in where you can upload a resume of your best work and, you know, connect with people you don't know. That's the thing. Connect with people you don't know. Y'all know each other, I know you, but there's a dude out there that doesn't know y'all. Just cause y'all just ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not cause y'all bad people, it's just, if you in the clique, you in the clique. You know what I'm saying? So my goal was to abolish it. If any of y'all did anything, and y'all like any graphic art, you make websites, people here are gonna appreciate you a little bit. You go out somewhere else, they gonna blow your head up like you the best thing on earth. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. It's like black people in Germany. Like, everybody's like, yo, black people in Germany's cool, but you come here like, oh, you're black. Ah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, same kind of stuff. I ain't gonna run on that too long. What else we got with it? So yeah, I made an Indiegogo campaign. That sort of kind of worked and everything. I got some private investors that gave me some cash because making an app costs some money. Like, I didn't know that until I started to dive into it and connect with the right people that can create it for me. So, I mean, we're pretty good at this point though. I mean, I got the beta version on my phone. It should be coming out around my birthday as well. Mark your calendars for that as well.
All right.
June 8th.
We'll have it on our website too.
Yeah. I think a big point to bring up is that I'm not money hungry when it comes to this. I'm more, I want to be big so I can put people on. Like, I legitimately want to do that because I know a lot of cool people that just do stuff, and I'm just like, why aren't you known? Like, there's so many low-key people that just don't care. They're like, I don't really care about Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So, like, I talked to old boy Cello. Cello used to pay $10 a month for a gig website that just give him gigs. Same thing with Max. Same thing with Kane. All these people grind and trying to make it. In reality, it's just them making money off of you, and your career isn't advancing as fast as you'd expect.
Yeah.
So I'm like, pay $1 for my app one time, and I'm gonna do better than all these $10 a month thing. And I feel like that $1 a month is gonna rule out like niggas. That just like that's why if I advertise this on World Star, I know what's gonna happen. One, they're gonna joke me for something. I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's gonna be kind of funny. But yeah, they're gonna joke me, and then second, they're gonna find a reason to say why. I want to dap you up too, if I leave.
Oh, you got music down.
All right.
Shout out to my boombox.
Hey, shout out to playing.
Shouts out the haircut.
Couldn't even see.
Like,
So good.
I'm talking.
yeah. The second thing is, it's gonna rule out people that aren't serious. Like, the fact that a dude's willing to pay $10 a month for his career, you serious. And I'm like, if you ain't willing to pay $1 for something that could change, because if you ain't happy with your situation, I'd pay $1 to change it. That's why I make the app $1 or whatever like that. I mean, of course it's gonna be free at first. I'm gonna give it to all my niggas.
Yeah.
But I mean, afterwards, people I don't know, it's gonna be $1. If you serious, buy it. Buy it. If you're not, I don't need your money.
So you was talking about how you want to help put people on. Could you see yourself later on, probably possibly having a label or something?
What, being at a label?
Like maybe be. Would you rather be at a label, be independent? Would you rather have your own label? What do you think your lane would move?
This is my desire, man. And I emailed these dudes like Selection. I want to be on Selection as label. Like they're the dopest thing ever to me because they have like this whole their whole phrase is the sound of tomorrow. And that like I'm going through a whole time of life where, you know, I didn't fit into stuff. I win contests because I don't fit in. I'm not rapping with a DJ or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's just basically this. I feel like I fit in this Selections label pretty well just because they have so many innovative artists. But I hit the dude up named, I think his name was Monty. Actually, he was one of the PRs up there. Yeah. And he told me, he was like, yo, I can see you're really passionate about joining our label, but you need to just let us discover. You need to perform like nobody's watching. You need to, you know, dive into your craft and get better and better. I'm like, nothing can go bad from doing that. You know, if I just keep on pursuing what I'm doing and just kind of like, you know, connect with people, they'll find me. Because I mean, people like them are always searching. Like us, we're always searching for like, who's the next big thing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's cooler to find something than for everybody to just throw it. Like Kendrick Lamar didn't say, listen to my mixtape. I found it, and it was cooler that way. So I'm trying to be that for the niggas, basically.
Okay, so your name is Masego Music. Yeah. Where'd you get the name Masego from, and where's that come from?
That's a good one. I was in high school. I did a project on African culture, and I think I failed that actually. But I mean, what I learned from it was they really take pride in their names. So I went to like a little name website for Africans. Went straight to the M section. What stuck out was Masego. I looked up what it meant. It meant blessing. And ever since I was 8, they was like, "Oh boy, you blessed, get the dough." Yeah, I mean, there was, you know what I'm saying? You know music at a young age, they call you blessed. So I was like, that's pretty cool. Tried it out. I said, introduce me to Masego the next show. And you guys see who's at the door. It's Bubba! What up, dude? Speaking of mixtapes, I'm just kidding. Action Brunson in the house, yo. But I mean, yeah, I tried it out and it just stuck after that. This nigga Xavier, LYD, West Banks, whatever his name is, he made up the whisper thing. Because at lunchtime, they always get in the mic and say, hey, clean up or you're going to jail. So I'm like, I don't know. And no, he comes in the mic and he's like, Masego whispers it. And then everybody's just teasing me for the rest of my life with the whisper. So I was like, we just gonna make it the tag. So it just kind of came about.
All right, that's cool. Well, so this is our last question. How did you enjoy the show? Like more than the show?
Last question.
Okay, cool. Last question.
So what's your what was your opinion? Like, if you had to be honest about it, like how the show went, or?
I like when there's judges. I think that's cool because I really feel like if something is strictly crowd based, it can be skewed. So I think it was cool to have the judges there and like people of different like fields of music. I think that was tough. I think it was cool having all those DJs there. I like a bunch of gear being there. Yeah. He was there too. He was like the host, wasn't you? Yeah. Yeah. I think
shout out to our host.
I'm about to say, yo, it was that aspect was pretty fly. But as far as the artists, like I hate most niggas. Like I ain't gonna lie. I don't like most people's music. Yeah. And I'll tell them to the fan, I'm like, you suck, but I'll sell you a beat. So I mean, like, who did I like there? I mean, there's like elements of some people's performance I like some people's energy, and some people's confidence. But I mean, it was the same story retold. Like, I have on Versace shades with the gold thing on the side. I get more money than you. I'm like, I don't really care for that. Like, I will tell you right now that because of this network thing, I am broke. But if it works, I'm not broke. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna brag about something I don't got. If I have hoes, you're gonna know about it. Yeah. But I mean, if I don't, I ain't gonna brag about it. But then they were like, stuff we don't have, you know about it. And I was like, you gotta get off the stage. But anyway.
Okay, so my last, actually it's 2 questions. Yeah. The first question is a real important one. What do you think about the hip hop game and where it's going?
Oh, it's nice. I think it's at a cool place because I feel like you have 2 people. You have one party that sees hip hop in the mainstream eye and they're like, hip hop sucks, it's dead. But I feel like nowadays you just have to look in the right places. There's a lot of people doing some cool things. Like if you're on the right blogs or whatever like that, you can just, I don't know. I think there's a lot of cool people. And who's out right now? We can name drop. I mean, Chance is doing his thing right now.
Yeah.
When I first heard Tempe, I was like, man, I wish this was more mainstream.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's becoming is nice.
Came to shut it down here.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like an artist I dig is coming here. So
Yeah.
that was dope. There's an artist named Gold Link from Northern Virginia. He's doing this thing right now. I went to his show. It's cool too. So and these like. And like the blending of sounds is a big thing nowadays. Like, you know, people used to be scared to put a piano in a song that wasn't from Fruity Loops or something. So I mean, music is coming together. Like you have all these random aspects in one beat, and people are starting to experiment and stuff. So I think that's cool. I think hip hop game is tough, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of new people that are out there that are changing the game. I like where hip hop is going now because, you know, a lot of independent artists and all that. So,
and they making it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're a lot more successful than they used to be. Now it's okay to be independent.
It's almost cool. It's like, yo, wow.
It is almost cool.
Because it's like, I don't need y'all to be successful.
Exactly.
It's a new way.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
And last question, man. I've been looking at that shirt, man. It's a cool shirt. Where'd you get that shirt from? I don't know where to find a shirt like that, man.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna recommend this, and it might like mess me up, but like, it was what's the ish called? Rumors in Richmond.
Okay.
That place has some cool shirts. I ain't gonna lie to you. I went there and I was just wandering aimlessly on Broad Street, and I just stumbled in that store, and that place had all the cool shirts. So, hey, you just took my image away from me, but it's all good.
Nah, man, you just gonna have to switch it up now.
You're right. I'm gonna just get my like half bald, half. No, it's better.
Yeah, it's bad. All right, but again, I want to congratulate Masego for winning our first morning show.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
turn into music, which you can't with this car. Yeah.
But yeah, is there any shout outs you ever?
Nah, I hate those people.
Hey, we'll just shout out himself. Masego Music.
Masego Music.
Shout out me.
A lot of stuff coming June 8th. Make sure you check June 8th out. Check out his SoundCloud.
What's your Twitter name so they can follow you?
Definitely.
Masego 24. Yo, if I can get any female to send me a twerk video, that'd be cool. I feel like I made it.
So you heard that.
Send your twerk videos to Masego.
That works.
Send it through the DM, Instagram DM, whatever. You'll find it.
Slide into my DMs, like, drop that.
Hey.
Yeah, we want to thank you for coming and sitting down with us today.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, all right.
This mansion is so cool, y'all.
Hey, and make sure you check out Masego. We're gonna give him an exclusive page on the website dedicated to his music, so you can learn a little bit more about him too. So make sure you check that out.
And our video for morning show is also coming out. And shout out, so everyone visit mo-boombox.com. It's a wrap.
And we out.
What more can I say? Girl, what you been doing? Drinking on the low, yeah. Mobbing on the low, Drinking on the low, okay. Sneaking on the low, I just been plotting on the low, scheming on the low. The first thing from perfect, like